Support your favorite team with these AirPods cases or Apple Watch bands. Let's check them out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm pretty excited about the Super Bowl. Now, you are probably watching this after the Super Bowl has happened. Don't tell me who won. But I'm not sure who to support because I've spent a lot of time in Kansas City. My heart, a little piece of me stays there in Kansas City. I like the Chiefs, and they're a bit of an underdog, right? But I also lived in San Francisco, and I'm a fan of the 49ers. So I still haven't figured out who I'm going to support. But either way, I can show my support with these cool Affinity Band elements or items, right? So let's start with this. This is the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously, Apple Watch band. It's made out of durable silicone, and they actually have a version that's a debossed laser tech, which has a little imprint for the logo. If this is a bit too much, here's a close-up. You can see people will know you're a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs when you're wearing this Apple Watch band. Has a dual pin clasp, as you can see here, and I'll put it on. It's actually a little tricky to put on because you actually end up sliding the band into itself. So I haven't quite mastered this yet, but once you put it on, it's pretty easy to work with, and frankly, you're probably not taking it on or off too often, although you do have to charge it every day. So once you have it on, you can see it's a really attractive band, and of course, it looks super swanky, so that's really great, and no one's going to have any question about who you're supporting unless you also have the Apple AirPods or AirPods Pro Affinity Band logo case. So here's the San Francisco 49ers. It is with my Apple AirPods Pro inside. It's a one piece with a hinge on the side or on the back, and then it has the little carabiner hook so you can hook it to things. What I find interesting is on the bottom they have a little stub that actually goes into your lightning port, so it keeps that protected. So this is obviously a protective case. It gives you lots of nice additional capabilities to make sure that your beautiful AirPods Pro aren't getting scratched or dinged. These are actually also made out of a precision molded silicone. And are they wireless charging compatible? Let's find out, because I happen to have this OtterBox wireless charging device. So I'll put it on there, and it is not only wirelessly charging compatible, but you can just barely see the little red dot through the case showing that it is actually charging. So that's pretty nice. Now I admit, when I pull this out and have this on one side of my desk and then I have this on my wrist, people are going to be like, can't you decide who you're going to support? So you might want to be a little more consistent in your support. For example, you could confuse people even further, because here is another version of the Chiefs Apple Watch band, but this one is black and has the logo, right? Now, one of my favorite bands from AffintyBands overall is actually neither of these, although their big thing is college, NFL, and all sorts of other pro league, but check out that camo band. That is pretty sweet. They have a really nice lineup of bands, but mostly, again, they have a lot of college teams, a lot of college logos. You know, whatever your big sport is, they probably have the license rights to be able to make the bands and the cases and similar for your team. Woo! So, really nice. Oh, and in case you didn't notice, this comes with two of these lower portions, because if you have a smaller wrist, you don't need to use the longer piece. So that's really terrific. And how easy is it to take on and off? Like most Apple Watch bands, you push the button on the back of your watch, you slide it out, and it's really cool because all the buttons and all the elements that are to make sure it stays on your watch and it's nice and secure are all integrated into the silicone. So it's really easy to work with. I mean, once you get one of these bands, it will take you, I'm guessing maybe 15 seconds to put it on. It'll take you longer to figure out how to have it around your wrist than it will to switch out the band on your Apple Watch and get a new one. So that's pretty nice. So really, that's all I got Whatever your team is, whether it's about the Super Bowl or NFL or college hoops or college football or college volleyball or college hockey, whatever it is, you definitely want to check out AffintyBands. They have a ton of logos, a ton of different teams. So definitely worth checking out, which leads us to the price. But before we get to the price, I'm going to ask if you, yes, you can subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate that. Cool. Now, this is the Kansas City Chiefs, but most importantly, it is the durable silicone Apple Watch band from AffintyBands, and it's $29.99. You can get it in 40 or 42 millimeter size, and the 40 works with the 38, and the 42 works with the 44. So 2 different sizes, comes with an additional strap element if you have a narrower wrist. I do not have that problem. $29.99. You can check it out at AffintyBands.com. Definitely worth looking through their offerings. Super fun. And then you have this AirPods Pro and regular AirPods cases, and these are a little bit less expensive. These are $19.99 at AffintyBands.com, and they work great, and the band is nice and is going to stay on and be nice and strong, and you can definitely show off which team you support, which for a whole lot of us is really important. So San Francisco or Kansas City, we'll have to find out, or at least I'll have to find out. Like I said, you probably already know who won the Super Bowl. Be that as it may, you're still going to support your team, so you should definitely check out AffintyBands. And with that, I am out of here, so I'll catch you in my next video.